1940?
Yes.
What position did you hold and what were your responsibilities?
I worked in the main office with other people. I was just the one that did all the typing there. And I also worked for a chief engineer, did all his shorthand.
Shorthand?
Oh, yeah.
So no computers?
Oh, not in those days. I was the shorthand typist there, you see.
Oh. Can you recount some of your memories, or a memory that you remember?
Well, if my boss called for me, he worked right in the mill itself, and there was quite a long walk around, and if it was Friday afternoon, all the men were queuing up for their pay. And I was very shy in those days, and as I passed, they all used to wolf whistle after me. And then one day, my boss whistled after me because I'd gone. I wouldn't turn around because I thought it was the boy. And they said, "Mr. McClellan wants you."
Oh, that's a good one. And what made you leave Wiggins Teep?
I had the opportunity to go for an interview for a temporary job in the civil service.
And was it temporary?
I became permanent in the end.
And where was that?
In Park Place, I was with the, what it was called then, Ministry of Works, I think it was then.
What did you feel leaving Wiggins Teep?
I was sorry because I was very happy there. But I'd been going to take the exam for the civil service, but there weren't any during the war, so I couldn't miss the opportunity, you see.
And do you miss the place or the people now?
Not now, it was so long ago. Life has gone on and I've got used to other places.
Thank you very much, Eileen. My first recollections of the paper mill, thinking back, was when I was about 11. And in those days, I used to train spot. And the Ely paper mills was of course Thomas Owen paper mills. And as you went out of Ely, over Ely Bridge towards Cardiff, the paper mills were always on the right. On the other side, the brewery, Brains Brewery. Not Brains, it was Ely Breweries. And I remember these because they were all by the river, and you had the main railway running past as well. And if you went down by Thomas Owen's, you could see the steam engine, the shutter, going up and down out the front quite regularly. And of course, as boys, we used to stand on with the railways on the footbridge, watching the trains and taking the numbers. But always remember it, it's something that's stuck over the years. And the paper mill's always been part of the community with Ely, because I can remember with the church years after that, of rolls of paper, anything they didn't have or didn't use, the leftovers of the rolls, they'd give to the community. And we had lots and lots of this paper. We used to use it, of course, for tablecloth. And when they closed, we had to go out and buy tablecloths. But we used it in the play schemes in the summer for paper for children to draw on. And we had yards and yards and yards of it. And another thing I can remember about it is that my father was a driver, a long-distance lorry driver, and coming up near retirement, he wanted work near to home, and he ended up working for a company called Hills in Cardiff. And when the trunnion at the front, the shunting engine, what they'd done is they moved all their paper stores up to Treforest, which is about 10 or 15 miles away out of Cardiff. And they'd hired local transport companies to take the big rolls of paper, which weighed a couple of tons each, up to the store. And my father ended up as one of the drivers, picking his paper up, taking it up the store, coming back, collecting another one, and he retired literally at the same time as the paper mill closed, because Hills obviously lost the contract. When did you start in Wiggins Teep, or what was it called then?
It was called Thomas Owen Paper Mills, and I started there on the 23rd of March 1970.
And what position did you hold, and what were your responsibilities?
I was in the sorting office in the saw. I was, my job title was a rope handler, and my responsibilities was taking all the scrap paper up to the beaker floor to be reworked.
And could you recount some of your memories from those times?
I suppose the biggest memory would be on entering the saw. I was only